Hello, YouTube. I know it's been probably about a month since I posted in here. I know I did say that I kind of wanted to try and do weekly videos, but that definitely did not happen. So I apologize for that. Hope y'all didn't fall off of here. Um, so I guess if you're new to this channel, definitely not a YouTuber. My name is Tiff. I have cancer. I have breast cancer. It is grade 3, stage 3C in my right breast. And I have lymph nodes, nodes, all that, all have cancer in them. So I guess we'll just kind of update you all right now. I have now completed 12 weeks of Taxol. Oh, hold on. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. Sorry for that. Okay. So this is what I have now completed. I have done 4 rounds of these drugs right here with the Taxol, the one here at the bottom, being a weekly thing, and the other 2 every 3 weeks during that 12 weeks. So like I said, it's been 12 weeks since this all started. Started with chemotherapy. Now completed that part, and now I moved on to some other drugs, chemo drugs. So I continue the Keytruda. These are the ones that will be starting tomorrow. And these ones are once every 3 weeks. So no more every week thing. But that one in the middle, most commonly known as AC, is known to the patients as Red Devil. And that is because it is bright red. And apparently you pee red out too, apparently. And I think it also earns that nickname because that's where patients seem to have the most side effects. So I'm really hoping that I don't get any more side effects. I am fatigued. Things do wear me out. And I've had some stomach issues. So I'll just say stomach issues, normally more of that. I've had heartburn and indigestion and stomach problems without going too much detail into it, I guess. We're just calling it stomach problems. I have hair. I am doing something called cold capping or cold scalping. I do that every week with when I'm going through chemo. I do use it. I am going to say that is what has saved my hair for me anyway. It was, the hair was something I definitely thought was going to break me if I lost it all. So I am thankful that it seems to be working for me. My hair has thinned out, probably more on top than on the sides. So, I was told that I'd lose about 50% of my hair while using coral capping. I have a lot of hair, so 50% compared to 0, I will take is 50% over completely losing my hair. So, or maybe I might have said that wrong. 100% of losing my hair, 50%. I'll go with 50%. I don't find it to be a hassle, honestly. I I don't know. I'm in Facebook groups that talk about it, and people ask, and there's people that are like, "Oh, it's too much of a hassle." I don't understand that statement, honestly. The company I went with, it's called Paxman. Everything comes in this backpack and very simple, very explanatory. There's a book in there that you can read. They have videos that you can watch. In that book, it tells you how to take care of your hair, especially with the different types of hair. So my hair is naturally curly wavy already. Um, so I already use like staying conditioners. I have white tooth combs, that kind of thing. So there was stuff that I already had because of the type of hair I have. So, but for me, it's not really that big of a deal. In the book, it tells you that um, to make sure that your hair is wet, it doesn't have to be soaking wet. But honestly, like I stick my head under the faucet before I leave. I get it soaking wet because it's about a 20-minute drive to the cancer center, and then you get to the cancer center, you check in, you kind of wait to get called. You get called, they take your vitals, they show you to the chair, and so there's still a lot of like kind of waiting, right? So by the time all of that starts going, my hair isn't soaking wet. So that's why I do it that way. So once I get to my chair, it comes with a conditioner. The conditioner is for the to make sure the cap doesn't stick to your hair. Because that it's non-toxic non-toxic antifreeze that is running through the cap. So that cap does create I don't know what it's, like a freezer. Oh my gosh, I don't know what it's called. I apologize. But I guess that whiteness on it, and it's like that's super cold. That's why the conditioner. So for me, I just slick my hair back, get it all damp, get everything there, and then I put the conditioner on top, like here, wherever that cap is going to be touching my hair. That's where that conditioner gets put on. We get the cap fitted on, all nice and snug. And then my mom is coming with me to chemotherapy, and she helps plug it in, and I have a medallion thing that turns the machine on, and then she presses the button. But honestly, it's something that I can do on my own. It's not. It's like I said, I don't find it difficult at all. Um, and yeah, I don't get why people say that. So if you're coming on this channel and you're curious about it, my experience, I don't find it difficult. I It might be some people that just, I don't know, wanna be mad about the situation maybe because of already going through cancer. It sucks. I don't know, people have this like the why me's or whatever. Um, for me, my attitude has just been like, well, it is what it is. There's not a whole lot I can actually do but follow what the doctors tell me and go from there. And that's it. And if this is one thing that can help lessen that blow of having to go through cancer, then I'm going to do it. My hair is already something that I already have to kind of fuss over anyways. So doing this cold capping really isn't a fast thing for me. Um, what else? Um, there is a group that has a bit more information and stuff like that. And in that group, there was information about this thing called the Hope Kit. And um, I filled it out probably in June, the information. And I got it a couple weeks ago. And um, although I have no idea where it is at, um, it was sitting on my dining room table, and I had family coming in from out of town, and my mom put it somewhere. And everywhere that I can think, that I feel like that's where she would have put it, it's not there. So I have no idea where she put it. The only thing I do know of where is that, of what is the cup that came with it, this insulated cup that came with it. So it's a nice cup. hot, cold, you know. I haven't used it yet, but um, and the Hope Kit also came with some fake eyelashes, some lip balm, fuzzy socks, lemon heads, which um, in that group, a lot of people post their Hope Kits, and I've noticed that lemon heads seem to be what comes in them. And I had asked when I posted the picture of mine about the lemon heads, why they did that. And I really actually had no idea that it was supposed to help with the taste buds. Um, they say sucking on something sour or cold, I guess, helps the taste bud when you're going through chemo. And I didn't know that. I kind of wish I knew that a while ago, but it's okay. But for the most part, honestly, when I'm at chemo, I pass out, or I'm already, um, I pass out because of the Benadryl that knocks me out pretty good. But I do kind of drink on ice cold water. So I'll be sipping on ice cold water when I am awake, or even when I'm asleep. I do grab my cup and suck, um, I do that. So I I've had a little bit with my taste buds as far as side effects go. It hasn't been any major things. Some things do taste a little funky to me. Other things are okay. Um, Things that have a more stronger flavor definitely come through more than things that aren't quite powerful in flavor. And sometimes I get this weird feeling on my tongue. Um, so there's that. Yeah, like I said, I really wish I knew where that freaking lemon heads were so I could have it tomorrow. But I don't know where it's at. Um, and then of course I had a cousin send me a bunch of Disney stuff. I do have a cousin that goes to Disneyland, and when I want something that I can't get online, I usually ask her to pick it up for me. Um, and she was able to pick up 2 pairs of these sunglasses because these are my favorite sunglasses. I actually owned a couple pairs, had them here at the house. And then last year I had to go down to California for one of my aunt's funeral, and in the rental car, I bonked my head and broke the glasses. I was so upset about that because it was the last pair I had. So I was able to ask my cousin when the next time that she went, she'd be able to pick me up a couple pairs. So I got those, and then she got me these bad boys. I can't wait to wear them. And some other Disney trinkets, some ears that I had wanted. Reusable bags, 70th key, um, a couple lanyards. She was able to go to D23. If you're a fan of Disney, you know what D23 is. I love these ears. I think they're great. Fantasia Mickey is one of my favorite, along with Steamboat Willie. Those are my 2 favorite Mickey Mouses. Um, and this little guy came too. It just brings me so much joy. I am a Disney adult. I love Disney. Mickey Mouse is my absolute favorite kid or character. It's been for a long time since I was a kid. So this, like I said, just brings me so much joy. I love it. Um, like I said, there's a couple of reusable bags, and oh, and this thing. It is a trash can. Um, But the use for it, it says compost and more potential uses for this product. Compost bin, ice bucket, waste paper basket, cookie jar, storage container, and vase are some um, options of use. But I had asked my cousin to pick this up for my older brother's. Um, Actually, I wanted to gift it to my older brother for his 50th birthday that is coming up. Um, Kind of the story behind it is because we had went to Disney World a couple of years ago, and um, technically it was him and his wife's second time not together. Um, when their first times, it was in their early adulthood, late teens is I believe when they first went, and that was the one and only time they had went. Um, but we were walking through Batu, Star Wars Land, and Frankie got something to eat, and he was like trying to find somewhere to set his plate down, and was like, use a trash can. It's great. That's the Disney Prime dining spot is the top of a trash can. So that was why I originally wanted this, but since it came, I think I'm just gonna keep it for myself and then find him a new one. And then we can all go to a Disney park. Um, but yeah, so I love getting Disney stuff. Um, a good friend, a sister, I should say, a part of it got me this shirt, and she put the little ribbon on it. So I'm definitely over the cancer already. And then she got me a Mickey Mouse head spatula and a Mickey Mouse head candy molds type thing. I don't think they're ice trays because I do have some Mickey ice trays and they're a bit more sturdier than what she gave me. So I'm gonna assume that they're more of a candy mold type thing. So uh, yeah, I love getting Mickey Mouse Disney stuff. Like it brings me joy, and right now it's just bringing a little bit of more happiness to my heart since I'm not able to go to parks right now. So, but once I get better, we definitely doing some park days. Take myself a vacation down there and do nothing but just sit and enjoy the sounds and smells. Um, but yeah. Um, so like I said, I just want to do an update, let you guys know what's going on. Um, so I go see the plastic surgeon on September 3rd. Um, and I have to have a PET scan done because I did find a lump up here and here. Um, and I also have to have an MRI, but the MRI is for the oncologist surgeon. So she can tell what needs to be taken out or something, or I don't fully understand that sometimes. Because the lymph are have the cancer in it too, there will be a removal of quite a bit of them, if not all of them, is from my understanding. And then the possibility of some of the muscles being removed here as well. So that's why an MRI will be done prior or in October, towards the end of my chemo. So the surgeon, and the plastic surgeon schedules will need to be kind of meshed up. An opening in both their schedules at the same time will need to happen um, because of how they work. Because of the surgeries, I don't know, or type of surgery. So plastic surgeon, this isn't going to see that isn't for a I don't know what the word is called. It's a necessary. Um, it just kind of sounds funny to call him plastic surgeon because when you associate that, you associate it with more of, I guess, the Hollywood look, perfection. This isn't that. It's help recreate this part. um, after the cancer. So um, yeah, so I would definitely be having a double mastectomy. It's just that they want to take care of this side first before they move on the other side. Because at the beginning, before I started chemo, I had a really bad infection with this breast, and it looks like I may still have a bit of an infection. So they want to um, make sure that the cancer side is taken care of completely, and they don't run the risk of me and a bigger ending up with a bigger infection. So, um, yeah, I kind of think that's it for now. So if you are praying for me or sending me positive vibes, thoughts, however, um, you believe that I will beat this, I want to tell you I appreciate you. Um, and thank you. Like, my cousin says I make it look easy. I I don't want to say that it is in any way. It's just that my doctor told me I'm not able to work because I work at an airport, so I can't be around that many people because it puts me in a really that my job is high risk for what I'm going through. So I guess being at home has, I guess, made this a bit easier because I'm not on my feet. I don't have to get up and be on that kind of a schedule. I am able to rest as needed. And I'm not really, honestly, I'm not doing a whole lot. The nurses say that I'm always doing something, but I don't really get what it is that I'm always doing. Just looking. I mean, I do stuff with the family. Um, but I guess it's the family. And a lot of it's been outdoor stuff. It hasn't been anything indoor. I haven't been in huge crowds of people. Um, so I guess it's limited. I've limited my exposure to other people because I can't get sick. I can't get sick in a sense, um, and I have to just be careful with that stuff. And I've been very mindful of that. So when I go into stores, I'm wearing a mask. When I'm in like large gatherings, I do wear a mask. But like I said, I really haven't put myself in those positions. So, um, you know, mine is going to the grocery store and 2 stores for things that I need. So, but yeah, I'm feeling okay for what it is. But I'm gonna get off here and get some sleep. I have chemo in the morning. Um, Again, thank you for your prayers, your thoughts, the positive vibes, whatever you want to call it. Your Disney magic, your if you're a Harry Potter fan, Harry Potter, I whatever helps with being positive towards this and bringing that energy, those good energy vibes towards me. I appreciate that. That's what I want to say. Um, so I hope you all have a great night. If you're finding this YouTube channel, um, like I said, I'm not a YouTuber. This was just more or less for me to vent to whatever I needed to do to get me through this. So that's what this is. I think on here I have family and some coworkers that are following me along at this point. There might even be some people I don't actually know in real life have stumbled on this. Um, but if you're going through cancer, if you're going through a medical situation, I'm going to tell I would say do what you need to do to help you get through this, because that's all, anybody can really do is there's things that you can change and there are things that you cannot. So, um, in a sense, me getting cancer is something technically I can't change getting it. It's happened now. And I'm going through this, so and following what my doctors feel is best. So, um, like I said, I got chemo in the morning. Let me get off of here. I really do get sidetracked very easily. I hope you all have a good night. Again, thank you all to all that have been thinking about me, keeping me positive. Again, thank you. So, um, yeah, peace.